Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of
Frosty's Redstone Breakdown.
And since in this series I haven't taught you guys any redstone circuits that are useful, and all I do is just showing you guys some basic redstone machines. So today I'm gonna teach you guys 5 of the most common and essential redstone circuits. So the first circuit is this one, and this is known as the pulse extender because it extends pulse. You can see right there. It holds the redstone for quite a while, and you can see from this repeater right here, it is quite long for the pulse to sustain. And the cool thing about this is you can actually extend this as big as you want. So the longer you build it, it will sustain the pulse longer. You can see it is longer, so it can hold the pulse for as long as you want, as long as you build it long enough. And also, if you build it too long and it doesn't have enough pulse to loop around, it will actually not work. So let's see if we can do that, just to show you guys. So maybe this right here, yep, it will create this kind of like thing, and this won't extend your pulse because it will break and then comes back and break and comes back, and this won't hold your pulse. So if you are building a very big pulse extender, you might need to build a small pulse extender from right here and then let the redstone go into this bigger pulse extender. So that was the pulse extender, and right here the second one is the monostable circuit. So what it means is it will give out a short pulse, which is 2 game ticks or 1 redstone tick. And you can see the repeater right there just blinks for a moment, and you can actually use this to do something like this to let the sticky piston to spit out its block. So quite cool, and you can also use for other things that you want, and this is also a very useful circuit. And what makes it even cooler is that you can control how long the pulse will be by changing the delay on this back repeater. So if we put it like this, it will gives out 4 game tick delay like that, and this will give out 6, and this will give out 8. And you can actually use a redstone dust here, it doesn't matter because it will still be the same. You can see it still works. So that was the monostable circuit, and right here we have a hopper dropper monostable circuit. So it's actually quite similar because they are both monostable circuit. So right here we have an item in here, and it says subscribe because you guys should. So there's an item in here, and you just power this dropper right here, and you can see the item is temporarily transferred into this hopper, and it will gives out a redstone signal right here because there's an item in this hopper. So like that, you can see it also acts a little bit like the monostable circuit. But because this hopper right here is redirected into this dropper, it will actually send back the item back into this dropper. But it's not the same as this monostable circuit right here because it only gives out a longer pulse and not 2 game tick pulse. So you cannot do the same thing like letting a piston spit out its block because it's not short enough. But this is actually quite useful because it is small and also there's no moving parts. As for this monostable circuit, there's actually a piston pushing this block up to here. So there's a moving block, but this don't have any. And also when you need a longer pulse and not a short pulse like this monostable circuit right here, you can actually just use this because it's much easier. But if you use this one, you actually need to change the delay right here so it can work. But yeah, this is an alternative to the monostable circuit right here. And right here we have a T flip-flop. So a T flip-flop is just a circuit that once you power it, it will power the circuit in front of it forever until you power the circuit again, and then it will stop powering these things in the front. So you can see it is very useful like that. And this is actually just a use of this monostable circuit right here, because here's a monostable circuit and then a piston, a sticky piston and a redstone block in its face. And because this monostable circuit right here is giving out a 2-game tick clock or 1 redstone tick, it actually lets this sticky piston to spit out its block. And you can see it spit out and it pulled the redstone block back. And it's just as easy as that. But I know there's smaller T flip-flop out there, but this is actually one of the easiest. So that was the T flip. So that was the T flip-flop, and right here the last one is actually, you can see that it is very simple and it just requires this dropper right here, and you just have to power the dropper. So once you press this button right here, it will power this dropper, and boom, it says subscribe. Yay. But anyways, that is actually not a real circuit, that's just to tell you guys to subscribe. But yeah, the rest of the 4 circuits are actually very essential, and you can see them in pretty much every single redstone machines. And yeah, hopefully you guys learned something new, and if you guys did, make sure to leave like and also subscribe, as this circuit right here said. So yeah, subscribe. So I'm Froxty, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.